مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته جميعا. Hello everyone, here is Mr. Aymen and this is the second part of our grammar lesson about infinitives. But before starting, I want to advise you to not be a traitor, a betrayer, a renegade. And if you don't know the meanings of these words, just stop the video. In contrast, you should show your love to your family and your loyalty to your country. If you want to prove this, just stay home. خليك في بيتك. And remember the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and keep praying and saying and repeating رب اجعل هذا بلدا آمنا وارزق أهله من الثمرات من آمن منهم بالله واليوم الآخر رب اجعل هذا البلد آمنا واجنبني وبني أن نعبد الأصنام. رب أسعد قلوبنا بالجمع والجماعات والتراويح في بيوت الله قبل مقدم رمضان. And now let's quickly review what we have learned about the choice between the bare infinitive, the full infinitive, and the ing form. Let's start with the bare infinitive. We generally resort to a bare infinitive after a modal verb like can, could, may, might, must, should, shall, will, would, and the like. One example, you should start thinking about your future. You should start. We also use a bare infinitive after the verbs let and make in the active voice. My parents let me stay up later at weekends, and our teacher made us retake the test. We also use the bare infinitive after would rather and had better. So I'd rather go to the cinema tonight, and you'd better tell me everything you know about this. Let's now move to the choice of the full infinitive. We said that we choose a full infinitive to express purpose. After expressions or sentences or phrases with adjective, it is nice, it was stupid too. After superlative adjectives like the first, I was the first to do something. After certain adjectives like afraid, surprised, free. An example, at last he was free to do. After to and enough. After certain verbs like afford, agree, appear, offer, decide, forget, and the like. I hope to see you so soon. And after the objects of certain verbs like advise, allow, encourage, invite. And by the end, after question words except why, how, what, when to go. And now let's retake and revise the choice of the ing form. And we said that we use the ing form as a noun, either a subject or an object of a verb. Exercising is good. After the verb go for physical activities and not verbs. After certain verbs like avoid, enjoy, like, love, hate, suggest. After certain expressions like be interested in, can stand, don't mind, how about, what about, it's no use, and the similar expressions, and at the end after prepositions like for, about, without, and the like. This was what we have seen last time. I advise you to prepare a sort of a table with the 3 columns, one for the bare infinitive, one for the full infinitive, and one for the ing form, in each of which you put a list of the verbs, words, and expressions that invite to use that particular verb form or suggests using that form. And now let's take some exceptions or important notes. So for example, we can use the verb help with a bare or full infinitive, and the meaning is the same. I always help my mother clean or to clean the house, but some scholars prefer to use the bare infinitive, so it's better to say I always help my mother clean the house. Some verbs such as like, dislike, love, prefer, hate, start, begin, continue, intend can be followed by either the full infinitive 2 plus verb or the ing form with no difference in meaning. So it is the same meaning to say it started to rain or it started raining a minute ago. I like to eat or I like eating healthy snacks. Again, the grammarians prefer using the ing form. A third note, the verb see, watch, hear, feel, etc. when in the active voice are followed by the object and either the ing form or the bare infinitive. I saw him walking to school, or I saw him walk into the classroom. But note, there is a slight difference between the two. When you say I saw him walking with the ing form to school, here you suggest that the action is incomplete, not finished yet, or still in progress. And when you say I saw him walk into the classroom, here means that the action is actually completed and finished. The next remark is that some verbs can be followed by either the full infinitive or the ing form, but with a difference in meaning. The first verb to see is the verb try. If you want to do something, to see, to verify, to check the effect that it generates, you use try plus ing form. If you have a sore throat, try drinking hot tea. This may help you. And if you want to make an effort, or if you want to say that you will do your best, then use try plus full infinitive. I'll try to come later, but it depends on work. The next verb is remember. And we use remember with an ing form to remember something that has already happened and finished. Do you remember meeting Max last year? So this is in the past. When you use remember with a full infinitive, this means that you want to remember something before doing it. Did you remember to lock the door today? Remember to do your exercises and the like. Another verb is forget. It's the opposite, of course, of the verb remember. We use the verb forget with an ing form to show, to express, to tell that you forget something that has already happened. I'll never forget visiting Istanbul. Visiting Istanbul, of course, is an action which happened and finished in the past. When you want to tell that it is possible to forget something you are supposed to do, you can use forget plus a full infinitive. Steve forgot to say that he is leaving early. Again, don't forget to do your homeworks. Don't forget to stay home. The next verb is the verb stop or to stop. And to stop doing something means to terminate, to finish an action and no longer do it after that time. To stop it once for all. Stop making up excuses all the time. I stopped drinking coffee since a long time, so I'm no longer drinking coffees. To stop plus full infinitive means to pause temporarily in order to do something else. I was walking, but I stopped to make tea, to relax, and go back to work. At this level, I think we have answered the 3 questions we have posed at the beginning of our lesson, which were: when shall we use the full infinitive, the bare infinitive, and the ing form. To show your understanding, I think also we have helped your mate to properly choose between those 3 choices. I think now it is time to prove your understanding and assimilation through playing some games. Are you ready? If you are ready, let's start our first game. I was too late. Going. I was too late. To plus adjective 2.5 to go. I don't mind. Doing. We don't mind doing. Try to do it without making. They enjoyed. The verb enjoy, like, prefer, visiting. Good. So you did well, and let's try another game. I would like. The expression would like invites us to use to infinitive. Good. Avoid. Buying. We hate. We like. Listening. He is too short, like our English teacher, to reach. Yes, 2.5 invites the use of a full infinitive. Jack avoids talking. I don't want to. Great. Sarah and Ella went to the cinema So the verb go, and here it is for intention or purpose or objective. So to watch. Great. I enjoy hanging out. You are smart. He is too young to drive. I know Wendy loves camping. Millions of people use the internet these days, but how many of them really know how to stay safe online? The only question word which doesn't invite the use of the full infinitive is why. Excellent. There is no point. There is no use. There is no good. There is no need to. You made a mistake. There is no need. There is no good doing. Remember it. Do you fancy? Yes, also it is an ing form. You did well with this exercise or this game, and to the next. And here I want you to classify the verbs forms or the given verbs into three categories: the ing, to plus infinitive, and the bare infinitive. What about agree? Agree to. Refuse. Also, I refuse to. I'm happy, I'm glad to. I will continue supporting you. Can you imagine doing? And continue doing. Pay attention. Let and make to. Happy and glad to. Modal verbs, bare infinitive. Dislike, doing. Prefer, doing. Promise, promise, doing. Love, doing. It's no good. You made it wrong the last time. We will see. Decide to, in addition to doing. Make to, want to. Looking forward to doing. Good. After prepositions, of course, doing. Hope to and enough. To be used to. Ing form, to used to doing something. So I think you made a mistake. Revise your choices for the to plus infinitive. Let and make. Do we say let to do or let someone do? Yes, and also make. So be used to doing something. Let's verify your answers. So you made a mistake with the verb promise. We promise to do something. So you did a mistake. You classified the verb promise with the list of verbs that invite the use of the ing form. In contrast, it is in the list of the verbs that oblige you to use the full infinitive. And here are the correct answers. You can note them down. This is the last game. You can classify again the verbs into 3 categories. Try to do the same at home, a table with the 3 columns. Classify the verbs we saw during the lesson. Try to do the task yourself, and you'll get the answer as soon as we met. Here we are at the end. See you soon. Safe. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.